What is up, you guys? It is YGO here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my Dogmatica Invoke Shadal deck test hand and combo tutorial for post the October 2022 ban list. So yeah guys, I just did a deck profile on this recently on the channel, and if you do want to check that out, the link to that is in the description below. But I'm just here to give you guys my test hand video to show you how the deck plays out, what your hands would look like, and just to how to play through them. So before we get into that, if you guys haven't already, definitely give this video a like. It really does help out, and comment down below if there's any type of content you guys do want to see. And if you really enjoy my videos here, definitely subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you guys don't miss out anytime I upload videos. But with that being said, we'll just go ahead and get into the test hand here. So as you guys can see, I opened up really well with this deck. I opened up with a Fleur-de-Lis, a Veiler, a Terraforming, an Alistair, and a Nadir Servant. So I would probably want to play through Terraforming and then get into Meltdown here, and then I'll activate Meltdown real quick. And normally this is where you'd want to ask your opponent if you're trying to figure out how to bait on negation or something. This is probably where you'd want to beat it out most of the time. So yeah, that's how I would play through it. And then I'll normal summon Alistair, obviously activate its effect, then I'll get Invocation, and this is a pretty standard combo. As you guys already know, you go into Almirage, then you go into Secure Gardener, then from here you activate Invocation, and then afterwards you summon Bakama by banishing Secure Gardener and the one in the grave to go into that. Then obviously activate Invocation in hand, you get this back to your hand, and then afterwards you can activate Nadir Servant here. Then after that you'll want to send Abkalon to the grave to get Ecclesia. Then you can use Abkalon's effect to go ahead and get Schism from your deck to your hand, and I'll probably want to discard the other Alistair in my hand. Then you can activate Ecclesia. I will probably want to put it in defense, then activate her effect. Since I already have Fleur-de-Lis in hand, I'll probably want to grab Punishment, because there's no real point in me getting Maximus because I'm not gonna have much use for that here. And then I will just set 2 cards face down, and essentially what I got here is an Omni Negate with Fleur-de-Lis, a Monster Negate with Macabre, another Disruption with Veiler, a wind on my opponent's turn, and a double pop potentially with Punishment. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 5 different disruptions off of 2 cards. So yeah, this is pretty much what your standard board would look like if you normally don't open up that will. So yeah, so we'll go and get to the next test hand here. Okay, this is not as bad, but it could be better. So again, here I'll activate Meltdown, then I'll add Alistair to hand. Pretty standard here. I will normal summon Alistair, activate his effect, grab Invocation, then same combo as before, link it to Almirage, and then okay, no, that's not what I was trying to do, but okay. Then go into Secure Gardener, then activate Invocation, go to Macabre, banish these 2, then activate Invocation just like I did before, grab Alistair, and here I would probably want to hold on to the Schism, so just so I have a Trap Negate with Macabre. So I'll probably want to just set Imperm and Punishment face down. So essentially I still have 1, 2, 3 disruptions off of this, which is still not the worst. And even though I did not open up with the Dogmatica engine, I still opened up fairly well to have a decent amount of disruptions for my opponent to play against. Alright, we'll get into the third test hand here. And then after the softball, we do one more. Okay, so this is very similar to what I had before. So activate terraforming here, and then grab meltdown like usual. Yeah, this is becoming super redundant, guys, as you guys could tell, but this is just how the invoke engine plays out. So there's not a lot here for me to show off to you if I don't open up with the Dogmatic engine. So everything else here with the invoke engine, as you already know, is super standard, and there's not a lot of complex. It's not as complex as most other combo engines are, but you know, that's just how invoke has always been, and I probably don't need to explain that to you guys. You guys probably already know that. So yep, same combo as usual. I'll go into my combo again, banish these 2, summon him, activate invocation, grab Alistair again, and then from here I'll probably want to activate upstart, see what comes up. Okay, not what I was looking for, but all right. Then set these 2, and yeah, I still potentially have either a spell negate or a monster negate with Makaba, a punishment for a double pop, and if they try to stop me somehow with any of these plays, then I have my cross out in my hand on my field to negate it, whatever, regardless of what it may be. And yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do one last test hand here. Okay, not what I was expecting, but okay. I guess after this I'll just do one more. But yeah, so I'll activate Ecclesia here. I probably would want to grab I can grab Fleur de Lis to get another bounty on board, or I can grab Punishment to get a double pop and potentially have a window on their turn after mine. Now I'll just get Fleur de Lis. And then from here, I have 3 Infirm here, so I have 4 monster negates here, essentially, and no, actually, no, I have 3, 4, 5. No, I have 5 monster negates here, including Valor. So yeah, this is way too much negation for your opponent to play through, I imagine, but you know, depending on the deck, it might still be able to survive somehow. So yeah, okay, I'll just do one last test hand and then we'll end the video from there. Okay, not the worst, but I guess I'll try to see what happens here. So I'll activate Meltdown if it'll let me. Okay, and obviously again, like I said, guys, if you're trying to disrupt the invoke engine, Meltdown is definitely the choke point that you'd want to hit, because sometimes ashing or Valor or imperming Alistair is not as convenient, especially if they already open up with invocation in hand. It's not the most ideal thing to do. So yeah, regardless, we're just gonna go ahead and go back into our normal combo as per usual. So summon Secure Garda, activate invocation, then grab Alistair and banish Secure Garda as well for Makaba. Then again, activate invocation engrave, add Alistair back to hand, and then from here I'll activate Ecclesia, and this time instead of getting Fleur de Lis, I will actually grab Maximus, since I don't have a way to get to into Schism. So I'll activate Maximus in hand, I'll banish the Albarage Engrave, which is fine. Then I'll summon her in defense, and then normally I'll activate her effect here to send Apcalone and Titanic Lad to grave to later on get Schism to hand to have it set it for face down, and then here for now I'll just activate Arbiter and see what happens. Okay, not the worst, but still, essentially that would be your normal comic here with the deck. You would want to activate Maximus effect to send Apcalone and Titanic Lad to grave, so that you have a dark for Apcalone to banish with when you try to summon Winda after you get Schism to hand off of Apcalone's effect. And if you're trying to get a discard here, for me with this hand, I would probably want to discard, I'm not even sure. I'd probably want to discard maybe the Ashen hand just so I have another Fire Engrave. And then I'd set this face down, and then essentially I would have 1, 2, and off of Ecclesia during the end phase, since I sent Titanic Lad to grave, I would grab Fleur de Lis to my hand, and essentially that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 disruptions still regardless. So at the very bare minimum, if you open up your 2-card combo with either Nadir Servant, Ecclesia, and Alistair or Meltdown or whatever, then you can essentially add on 5 disruptions on your opponent's turn, which is basically the basic combo for this deck. So yeah, either way guys, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be my test hand and combo tutorial for the Dogmatica Invoke Shaddoll deck post the October 2022 banlist. So definitely give this out a try, and don't forget to check out the deck profile I made for a little bit more explanation on how the deck works. And yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. This is Daily OGO signing off.